What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another rebuild on Madden 21, and it's kind of been a little bit since we've done like I guess I wouldn't call this a regular rebuild because it's kind of a special one, but we haven't really done a bunch of regular quote-unquote rebuilds. We've done a lot of speed rebuilds, and we did the 15-year, which took me a long time. Check it out. It's the Jets one. I don't know where the hell it'll be, but it'll be somewhere. Just look it up, okay? Damn it, I'm too tired to do this. But we're doing a rebuild of that 100 players gone roster, which, once again, I don't know if it's 100 players. It feels like it's more, really. Of course, if you didn't watch that video, maybe check a look at that. It doesn't really matter too much at this point, but you can see here that, a lot of the really good players are gone. The top 100, as they say. There are a couple teams, like I think the Ravens kind of got off easy on some of them. Like they have Calais Campbell, and I think they may have had... No, I thought they had like two players. Like the Eagles kind of, I mean, they're old, but it doesn't really matter too much. There are, obviously, top 100. There's that many good players in the league where, even when you get rid of the top 100, there still are some great players. Like Derwin James is insane. Kenny Clark. I know that, there's other guys, but I'm looking kind of at the age department. Hooper, Allen Robinson. The Bears are one of the better teams now with this. But of course, the main thing is that pretty much everyone needs a quarterback. I think one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now is like Carr, Rivers, Carr, Garoppolo, Mayfield. Okay, that's kind of cheese. Josh Allen. Of course, this roster is a bit older. I think whoever made this was maybe more towards the launch of the game. Obviously, you can see here, Josh Allen not looking too sharp. He had normal development rate. Woo, that's a little rough. Of course, Jared Goff would be normal as well. So, I mean, there are some quarterbacks, like, of course, the rookies would be halfway decent, but a lot of the quarterbacks are in a bad spot. As you can see, the Chiefs are one of those teams as they are a 72 overall. This is the roster we have. Obviously, when you rebuild the Chiefs normally, it's pretty easy, but in this case, your starting quarterback apparently is Jordan Ta'amu. I mean, he's young, but there's really no point to have him at quarterback. Of course, offensive line, Tardif is back. COVID doesn't exist in this universe. Actually, it probably exists more in this universe than ever, actually. And obviously, there's issues across the entire offensive line. You have Hardman, who's set at wide receiver. Sammy Watkins, who's 27 years old. Of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I don't know much about him in Sim, so I'm not exactly sure how that'll work out. But as you can see, I mean, pretty much every position needs to be replaced. You have free safety set. Willie Gay's never really worked out for me. He's never really worked out. We have DT, number one is set. Maybe one of the cornerback positions. I mean, there's a lot of positions to fill. So, really, this is like almost a 0 overall rebuild, but not quite. I don't really know how to place it, but it should be a lot of fun. We get to do a Chiefs rebuild where we aren't going to just kill every team instantly, which is fun. Of course, speaking of fun, later today we will have a stream on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr around 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, maybe 9:30, but 10 for sure, where we'll be playing some Bulldogs franchise, maybe an hour or two of MLB. Of course, the new COD season came out. I don't really know if it's that big of a deal for me to actually stream it tonight, but maybe maybe some God of War. I don't know. Check it out, Jeromepkr on twitch.tv. That just put the /Jeromepkr, and there you go. And also, we've been lacking a little bit in the videos views. If you want to help me out, maybe leave a like, subscribe. I don't know, dude. It's just awkward, okay? If we were streaming right now, the sellout emote would be popping up, And I would say follow me on Twitter, which is, I mean, pretty much everything is Jeromepkr, but I have not been doing well on Twitter. I have not posted anything. Alright, here's some positivity. Breland Speaks, a guy that I've always kind of wanted to see do well in franchise. We even had him in our Rams league for a year or two, because he's actually not that bad. Gets to star, unless he already was star and he goes to superstar, but I'm pretty sure it said star there. And he gets 20k XP, so, okay, maybe we got one player that's, an added bonus. Alright, so we have some contracts. Damian Williams, he's a decent overall. I'm going to let him go, though. Sammy Watkins, I don't know if he's asking for so much because he realizes the talent pool is down, but I guess I'll see the stats and awards. Oh, hell no. 1 touchdown. We're halfway through the year. Yeah, we'll re-sign Tardif. We'll give him a 3-year deal. $22 million is the value. Anthony Sherman, it's a fullback. But I guess I'll give him a contract. It's a fullback, but I feel like I was peer pressured. Demarcus Robinson. In real life, maybe. But in game, yeah, I don't think so. Chardarius Ward, who I call Chardavius many a time, gets the re-signing 4-year deal. Breland and a couple of these guys are a little bit on the older side. Ricky Seals-Jones, he actually had a breakout and he failed it because he's a loser. He's a loser. I don't really think there's anyone else we need to re-sign. Teamu, a 4-year 18. Okay, dude, just because you're the starter, quote-unquote starter, very, very loose term around the league now, doesn't mean you deserve a contract, right? Kalichi Assembly, I don't know if I think he retired in real life, right? I don't even know, but O-line's not easy to get, so I suppose we'll give him a 1-year deal. We have money, because we don't have any talent. Did we do it? Did we do it? Damn it, we lost. I mean, we won, but we lost in the long run because we won the last 2 games, putting us at 4-12. We might lose a quarterback here. We might literally, why the last 2? This is some like Jets, Chicago Bears, Travis. At least, okay, as a Packers fan, I can at least say, at least the Bears, when they self-cuck, they at least get to the playoffs when they win a couple of games at the end after choking mid-season, but there's just no reason to win here. Of course, this is the season. I mean, we can base it, well, I guess McCole Hardman might get to Superstar, but even that might be a long shot. We can basically call this season a waste of time because really this is just to get us to the draft to hopefully get some, oh, look, Harrison Butker was good, to hopefully get a decent draft pick and maybe a new quarterback and all that. Cam Newton leads the league for MVP. We just need a top 3, top 4, really just a top 4 pick, as we did decide to go with the real-life rookie class. Hey, there you go, Willie Gay. I like it. But the only reason, honestly, that I'm using the real class is because the quarterbacks are so bad in the AI one. I actually wanted to do an AI one. The problem was, though, the best quarterback rank was a 3rd round projection, and they were all red bars. So maybe one of them was hidden, maybe a couple were hidden, but it just was not going to work out. And I feel like, at least for the progression in general for this rebuild, we need some quarterbacks to come in for every team rather than just our own. So I felt like 4 to 5 good, maybe even 6 quarterbacks, speeds up the process a little bit. Of course, the Browns, it doesn't matter the situation. They're just going to win the Super Bowl, apparently. And McCole Hardman does get to Superstar Dev. I thought maybe it was a little bit of a long shot. Of course, the top 100 players are gone. Jukebox, I mean, is McCole Hardman really necessarily that jukey? 83 juke move? Is there anything else that makes sense? Mid-in, elite, evasive, honorary. I don't know. I'm not going to go out and I'm going to go on a limb and say he's probably not an honorary lineman, but I don't know. Maybe. I'm not huge into the needs. I guess deep in elite maybe would make more sense. I'm not sure. Defensively, we should have some dev ups, though. Willie Gay gets to star, and I believe that will be it. And this is why, you wonder why the channel's doing, so poor. I mean, to be fair, it is pretty late in the year. People are losing interest, but you wonder why. Wonder what it could be. So at least we have one good linebacker. A lot of the other positions aren't looking so hot, though. So now the question is, would other teams have took the bait on their own players as well, or not? First things first, I got to figure out why everything is so expensive. Eric Fisher, looks like we're going to pull a real life here. Oh, hell no. See you later. Kalichi Assembly, we kind of agreed to pay him that. Anthony Hitchens, please go away. Why are we so broke? Oh, the penalty, I forgot. We had to release okay, fair enough. Okay, I can see why we're kind of broke. Never mind. Allen Robinson. I don't know why I said it like that. Ooh, Superstar Todd Gurley. Once again, these are going to be some couple of different free agency looks here. Free agent player looks here, because obviously this was earlier in the year, so different players that were good would be here. Curtis Samuel would be interesting. You know what? I always boast about how good Allen Robinson is, which... Oh, hell no. I ain't paying no 5-year 117. I mean, I'll pay him a 5-year 90, maybe. I always boast about how good Allen Robinson is. Let's put that to the test. Todd Gurley, man. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't like paying running backs, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire is, not it. So, I don't know. Running backs are really hard to work with, and I really want a good running back. I'll pay Todd Gurley the 4-year, 45. I don't remember the last time we've had Todd Gurley, especially a superstar edition of him. So we'll do that. Ryan Kelly, another guy you wouldn't really see in free agency often. It says we have like no money, but pretty sure with that cap pen clearance, we should be fine. Marcus Williams, I think I'm going to save a little bit. I know we're going to have a bunch of money in a moment, but I'm going to save pretty much the rest of this. Let's see if there's any other position we could fill. Maybe someone new as well. Because like I said, should be new names here. I suppose we go any further, I need to see, and I think this would be a little bit more fun of a way to see what pick we have. Please, top 4. Please, top 4. Realistically, you can get away with top 5, but, bottom 5, I suppose. Uh-oh. Well, we're the 4th team, so it looks to me like there's a likely shot we're getting Trey Lance. Unless maybe Kirk Cousins is still in the Vikings because his overall would have been lower. Tua? Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're at least going to get one of the top 4 quarterbacks, right? I mean, it's pretty... Unless somebody, like, bullies our GM into giving them the pick. Like, they go to his house and, like, threaten his family. We should be able to get one of the quarterbacks. We'll still try to find some backup, though, just in case. I don't know what we're just in casing for, but just in case, something. I don't know if I feel like Gary and Connolly may have gotten the star from this season, because I don't think Gary and Connolly was star even the beginning of the year. Sidney Jones, a guy that we've tried out before. He's been okay for us. I think we'll give him another try. 3-year deal makes sense. Aqib Talib. What a name. Is he normally in Madden still? Kevin King, star of Elm. I do remember him I think he started with star this year. Maybe it was last year I'm thinking of. And yeah, no, it definitely was this year. It feels like a long year. Yeah, there's not really a great amount of names here. Now, this is a name I feel like I haven't seen, like, ever. Clay freaking Matthews, dude. Oh, my. Or should I say Trevor Lawrence? You get Sidney Jones, Kelly, Richie James, Gurley, Jabal Sheard, a little surprised by that, Alan Lazard, and then Damon Harrison, who's actually a really high overall. I remember when he was, like, a 95, was it, when Detroit got him? I think they traded for him. I don't remember, dude. But yeah, we're missing quarterback. That's perfectly fine, though. Apparently our fullback's our new tight end. We definitely need to draft tight end. But the defensive line is looking really solid. Obviously, it's not going to last super long. We'll probably lose Damon after this season. Jabal might not even be usable, but I mean, it's good for a year, I suppose. As far as our draft picks, we have every single round pick 4, except for round 6. Of course, Justin Fields would be kind of higher on our list. We do have Lance and Mac Jones, but apparently their projection is a little lower. Hopefully Miami's not interested in a quarterback and we can get ourselves Fields. And as far as other positions go, there are some wide receivers which we could use, but I don't even know. For one, I don't even know how good this class is. It was just, I don't use last gen, quote unquote, too often. So, yeah, let's just say that this could be a really bad class, but it was a newer one. It had a lot of downloads. The likes and dislikes were perfectly fine. So, yeah, I mean, I suppose we'll see. We also got Tart on a 2-year, $12 million deal. Another guy that's kind of on the older side. Could help us win some games, perhaps. I completely forgot about Allen Robinson. No! I was wondering, I was thinking about the draft. I was like, why am I not caring about wide receivers so much? And I remember it's because we had Robinson, but oh no, that's a sell. That is a sell. And I can't go Rondale Moore. He's too small. I know this team this team does like that, so I don't know. St. Brown, is he a 3rd rounder? I mean, there's a lot of really good players, so it wouldn't surprise me that he's an early 3rd, late 2nd type. So we'll allow it if we want him. Well, I suppose let's get into the draft and see what we can land. Of course, this is a user-created class, so obviously... Oh, Miami's number 1 and 3. There's no way... Well, they can't take quarterback twice. Yeah, okay, well, so we're fine. Trevor Lawrence at number 2. Number 3 could be quarterback still, and is not. So we actually have a chance between... Oh, no. This is not what I wanted in my life. I just wanted the draft to be just clear-cut. It's pretty obvious who you're taking because there's only 1 or 2 guys left. Now I have the choice between Fields and freaking Wilson. Late first talent grade versus a mid-first. I mean, you got to take Zach Wilson if he's there, right? Zach Wilson's our guy. 75 overall hidden, and I mean, I can't tell if we made the right choice or not. Okay, but we made the wrong choice because we could have apparently traded down. Dallas gets Justin Fields. Trey Lance goes to the Titans. Do the Jets take? No, the Jets don't take a guy. Surtain. Mac Jones to the Steelers, which is kind of the projection before all the hype just started climbing and climbing for all these guys. We'll see how it goes. I mean, there was a lot of hype for Geno Smith and draft night, and, he didn't go where a lot of people thought he might have gone. Let's go to the second round, I suppose, as we have cleared the quarterbacks. Wyatt Davis goes. Samuel Cosme's there. I don't know if that's late first, I guess, maybe. I mean, we don't really know how the draft's going to shake up. As far as what I would want to do, I'd probably want to go tight end next. Even though McKitty looks really good, I don't know if he's even actually a 7th round projection or not, but tight end is a very hard position to draft in Madden. And this team likes its tight ends. Well, I mean, you would think they would like their tight ends. I didn't go with Pat because I didn't expect him to be there, but then I just realized he's apparently a late second. I thought he would have been a late first. Brevin Jordan's our pick. You know what? I'm actually going to move down. If we can gain even like a 4th or a 5th to move down to like 9, I think it's worth risking him considering we have a lot of pretty good talented players. We go up 36 in O'Daniel for 42 and a 4th round pick. I'm not even sure if that's fair, but this is still pretty high, right? I mean, they got a linebacker they probably wouldn't have had it. All right, here, Mr. Brevin Jordan. We definitely risked him, and there's a good chance he's gone. But if Pat's still there, we'll take someone, and Owusu would definitely not be there still. Rondale Moore, I think that speed's gonna be hard for people to pass on. He's a little raw, but yeah, I think it's possible. Brevin Jordan's our guy though, hidden thankfully, because of course, ooh, that seems a little slow. To be fair, Pat looked a little slow too. What? What? I guess to be fair, apparently at his pro day, he ran a 4.69. That's not crazy fast. I suppose I can't really argue a 83 speed, 87 excel. That's actually probably faster than what EA would rate him if he had a 4.69. Actually, did he have a 4.67 in this? Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe actually this person had it like down pat. As far as what we have next, Greg Newsome would be an amazing pick. I don't think he's going to be there in real life. Maybe he's there here. Maybe we make the argument. I don't know. Rondale Moore, that's a little too late, I'd say. And there's no arguments to be made. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I feel like the offensive lineman's probably a bit of a better choice, though. McGrone's a 4th round pick. Something tells me with how good he looks here that he's probably a legitimate... 23. Like, if Deontay Brown's not star or better, that is a bust of a pick. We could go for the wide receiver, though. Early 4th versus early 3rd. I think you make the argument for this. I'm going to draft him. 71 overall normal. Looking really slow. I think with his actual 40 time, I'm going to make him like an 89, 90 speed. I think that would be fair. Snead's technically better than Fenton, but, I mean, it was very close. So I gave him 94 next year projected, 126 next year projected, and Snead for 73. I think they made out pretty fair. I think it was an okay trade. And with that pick, we will be taking Cameron McGrone, who, like I said, looks to be hidden, and he is. 72 overall, hidden development trade. The age is going to be a little bit lower, but, this isn't like the most realistic rebuild of all time, so I'm not really too worried about it. Let's go to the 4th round, and ironically, I really wouldn't even say ironically, but honestly, I think most of the players we have left really aren't gonna be people we should draft. Patrick Jones, I mean, he doesn't look too bad, I suppose. Who's this? Ideangbo? Cisco, I feel like is higher than that, no? Well, I don't know. This person seems like they're making some pretty obvious choices for us, so who am I to deny them? Andre Cisco, 70 overall normal. I am happy with that. Looking pretty damn solid, actually. We can't even start Patrick Jones this season. I don't think it's worth the selection. I think we're going to trade down, try to gain some stuff back for next year since we did lose, a decent bit. See, this is a different rebuild, so I can't really tell what team would be bad or good. The Niners have the sim god luck, so we're going to go with the Bills 3rd round next year. And then it might be a little early, but Drake Jackson looks pretty good to me. I don't know if like who this is, actually. Let me see. Apparently, he does project to be like anywhere from a 5th to a 7th rounder, so we're going to take him because this guy apparently loves this guy, and he does as he makes some hidden development trade. That's the only thing I have like a downside to this class. It seems like it's very easy to tell who's going to be pretty decent. Obviously, we did land a, Cisco wasn't, he was good, he just doesn't have hidden. And then we have a punter. I'm down. I don't even know if this is a real punter or not, but I'm down. 70 overall. It's cool. It's good for me. It's good for me if it's good for you. Of course, the only or not downside, but the only knock I would have on this class is if we didn't have a superstar dev here for Zach Wilson. But, I mean, maybe even in Madden they wouldn't give him superstar. I'm not sure. Because if they're not going to give Lawrence an X Factor, can you make Zach Wilson? Oof, star development trade. I will allow it if Justin Fields isn't superstar. If Justin Fields is superstar, I'll be sad. He also made the speeds a little modest. Ugh, 16. Chef Ep, hello. Number 10 looks all right, to be fair. Oh, hell no. Maybe that's true, but nah, dude. I was willing to comply. We ain't doing it. Fields has, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there's number 2 doesn't have to be Wilson, but nah, dude, I ain't doing that. I don't care. I don't care. Especially considering the fact that we took our guy higher. If Madden's ratings are likely, specifically the developments are likely to be based on where they're selected as well. So if Wilson goes number 2 over Fields, which is likely to happen, there's a very, 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 very high chance he's going to have at the same value for dev or higher. Could have maybe just made him star. I don't know, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll have a guy here that's star or superstar that shouldn't be. Like if Brevin was superstar, I would have just made him star, and it would have made me feel better about myself. And then I would imagine all these guys are just star development trait, and if they're not, well, they're going down. Star development trait. And then McRone is probably also star development trait. Number 52. Already looking good with that number. Star. All right, year 1, technically year 2. Call it what you want. This is what the squad looks like. Offensive line, we kind of sold on. We did get Ryan Kelly, but, we didn't really earn him. We paid him off, which could cost us in the long run, but, I think it'll be fine. Brevin Jordan, the new starting tight end. This guy who's, what's his first name? Josh, my dude, my guy, Josh. Of course, it's our number 2 wide receiver. Maybe St. Brown steals the show. You never know. Once again, hidden development trade doesn't matter that much unless it's superstar or better. And obviously, he only has star. Wilson already has superstar because obviously we buffed him inside Deadeye and closer. I'll just allow it. Obviously, offense looks okay, right? Defensively, we need a new left outside linebacker. Could still use some corners. DT will have to replace. Sheard will have to replace. Speaks could actually move to DT because, he played all right at edge, but, does he really fit as an edge guy? He's kind of like a, a versatile player, but I feel like he would maybe do better as pure DT, but we'll see. We're on our way, kind of, right? Quarterback's one of the easier, harder positions to fill, and we filled it because of how bad we played year 1. And I guess we'll do power, right? Who are they trying to, talk up here? Niang again. They really want Niang to work out, which I suppose he has the most potential of all of our linemen. All right, looking at re-signings, Derek Noddy, who I've always called Nandi because I'm a person that doesn't read well, apparently. A 5-year, $42 million deal. That's... It all felt great, I was like, oh, it's not that bad of a deal. And then I realized how much I was paying, and I was like, oh, maybe... and then forget about Breland Speaks, because honestly, he is pretty good. We'll pay him that. That's, he's a 79 overall, but that's about as good of a 79 overall as I'm going to ever see. Bryce Thompson, got a bunch of backups. Obviously, we need to fill a lot of positions because, we lost the entire roster, basically. Damon Harrison, if he's even close to that rating at the end of the season, maybe, but I don't see that being the case. We have a lot of money, as you can see, but, who do you pay? Because, obviously, free agency is a thing as well. We'll get some of these backups, but I'm not sure how many big names we're going to be signing. All right, wild card round, are we in it? And we do win, and we are in it at 11-5. We did upgrade the team quite a bit. We added a couple of high-name free agents as well, but I'm a little surprised you went from 4-12 to 11-5. 4-12. Yep, that's the one. That is correct. We're an 82 overall. I'll show you guys. We didn't change the schemes or anything. Maybe I should, though. I mean, it worked out. We won, and we'll take a look at the stats and all that. But, I mean, I guess. I mean, we didn't change anything, so overall it worked out. It was kind of iffy in the beginning. I was like, you know what? We're not really ready yet. But I will say, the thing you have to remember is all the other teams are kind of bad, too. So it's like almost when we do a fantasy draft rebuild where it's like our team is low of an overall, but so is everyone else, but we have the highest potential, which you could possibly say that about us here. I can't really tell, every roster and all that, but Zach Wilson, probably not good enough. Actually, no, is he? You might need to be number 1. I think you get dev-ups based on being a top 4. Like if you're going from star to superstar, I think you have to be a top 4 in passing yards or touchdowns. And you can see here, obviously, he is number 2 in touchdowns. I think he might need to be number 1 for X Factor, though. I'm not sure, though. Todd Gurley, not a bad season at all. Clyde Edwards-Helaire took the touchdowns away. Josh could go to superstar. Hardman, a lot of touchdowns, yards, and all that. So, okay, I mean, Josh killed it. He absolutely killed it. Defensively, 109 tackles for McGrone. Breland speaks. I don't know what to tell you. The numbers speak for themselves. I don't even want to go for a freaking pun there. It's literally, I don't understand it. He's good. He's good. Sheard is 10.5 sacks. Hitchens at 6. Don't want to talk about any of the other numbers. Well, I guess to be fair, there's not really much to talk about because, DTs aren't necessarily the sack masters. I know we're missing Chris Jones here, who would be the sack master, but the edge was good. That's really all you can ask for. Damon Harrison's more of a run stopper, obviously. Interceptions, Tart with 4. McGrone and Siska with 2. Kicking, Harrison Butker, we ain't going to talk about it because he's just a god. James Smith, it's pretty average. Kick return, punt return, nothing really to talk about. Could see ourselves a pretty high Sam Darnold, MVP of the league, huh? Okay. Where is our guy? Number 7. That sucks. Oh, no, please. Yes! Lance must have had some rushing stuff because Wilson wins it all. Same with McGrone. Wilson, Pro Bowler as well. Pro Bowler for a lot of our guys. Yeah, we had a pretty good year. We definitely, you could tell we had a pretty good year. We did well. Let's take a look at our upgrades. You might have some. First, we'll do the coaching stuff. Running back, wide receiver is probably a pretty important one. Linebacker or D-line? I'd say DB, D-line. We'll have, linebacker at some point anyways. We're almost ready to get into it. We're ready to get into it. All right, let's see. Maybe we just shock the world and we just win it all here. As you can see, we're not, we're one of the higher overall teams. There were some ones that started off better than us, so I'm not exactly sure if, they're going to be higher than us now, but not a bad little turnaround. 82 overall. We jumped 10 overalls just like that. Once again, a lot of the other teams have jumped up quite a bit as well, but yeah, man, okay, not a bad start. 7-0. Speaking of not a bad start, 7-0. And then Tennessee's just kind of having their way with us. 14-10, 17-10. Ooh, 24-10. That's a tough one to come back from. Start of the second half. Okay, down 7. I like it. Down 14 again, though. Titans are kind of giving to us. It's not over. Slow sim. They get the field goal. That's going to be really hard to get back on. Although we get a massive touchdown on McCole Hardman. And the defense holds on. Oh, man. The clock is going to be draining too, won't it? Hardman. Is there any other, I don't really think there's any other routes here that you would really throw. Oh, maybe. Maybe St. Brown will be the route you throw to as he gets to the 49-yard line. You need a field goal to get the tie game over the middle. Brevin Jordan, do I trust them? Gurley, there's just no point in even, looking at that route. It's a little underthrown, and Josh gets out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Honestly, even though we're killing it, you probably do kick your field goal here. What is his ability? Is it clutch kicker? It better be clutch kicker, I'll tell you that. It can't be focus, right? It's just going to be... What is his ability? Or is he not superstar? No. There's no way we hit this. That's pretty good, actually. Dime! Dropping dimes! I guess I didn't really think about it, but I suppose I think he started with star, and then they gave him superstar later on. We may have forced our hand just a little bit there, but it'd be what it be. As I mean, we kind of deserved it, right? 3rd and 10. They get 11 yards. Their drive will end with a field goal, and it looks like... Wait a minute. Did we get a 75-yard touchdown? Oh, my. It had. There's no other choice. It had to be Hardman. There's no one else that can score 75 yards other than maybe Todd Gurley. Yeah, it was somebody on offense obviously on passing offense because Wilson has a lot of yards here. Gurley, yards per carry weren't great, but he had 2 touchdowns. It wasn't Hardman, I don't think. It was Todd, technically. He received a 75-yarder. I would have loved to see that one. That would have been sick to watch. Sack totals. Oh, look at this, man. We sold. We should have drafted him. They had a couple of picks. We had one with Tart. Perfect kicking. Oh, that was clutch. That was beautiful. We didn't cheese the routes. All those routes were, I actually kind of want to rock the Chiefs playbook. That actually looked pretty sick. But all the routes were, pretty basic. I wouldn't say basic stuff, but, we didn't run crossers or anything like that. We played fair. I think that's going to be the rule from now on, is that if we are going to go in and try to change the results, we're not going to allow crossers anymore. Like, even verticals, at least there is, a somewhat level of difficulty to it, but crossers, the game just, breaks for some reason. Breakout quarterback, I don't think this really matters too much, but, we'll try, I suppose. Going against a team that's going to likely have Zach Wilson in real life, the New York Jets, who have Jamar Chase and Jalen Phillips. Not a bad draft, though. 82 overall to their 80 overall. Sam Darnold, the MVP of the league, should be a start of element traits. I'm just kind of thinking, with a guy like Sam Darnold, maybe the Panthers would be kind of a fun team to choose for franchise next year. I'll have some video and probably, shortly after the draft talking about what team we may want to be, or teams, because obviously we do multiple franchises. But yeah, obviously the draft does play a bit of a factor. If the Jets were to draft a quarterback and then some fun wide receiver / tight end in the second round, it'd be hard to pass on them. And, the Panthers, if they draft some, there's a lot of different outcomes. One thing is for sure, though, I'm unlikely to choose the Raiders and very unlikely to choose the Bears, as we can see that we are in the championship round here, as the Jets just never stood a chance. 37-13. Smoking them on this one. Zach Wilson plays a perfect game. Darnold, not great, but I suppose he didn't cost them. I guess, playing a little too conservatively may have costed them in the end. This offense, it's really strange. Once again, it might be because the other teams aren't very good, but it just works. It just works having the kind of smaller receivers. They can't stop it. This is probably the smallest receiving group in the league. You can maybe make that argument in real life, too, probably. Did he actually get his scenario? Oh, damn, he didn't get the yards, did he? He had the touchdowns. He won the game. It's a lot of yards. Is it 325? It's something. It's really high. I almost said expensive. And the Jaguars, 79 overall. Yeah, we are, one of the best, if not the best team in the league already. Obviously, we're going to lose some older names that will drop the overall a bit, but overall, not bad. Not bad. We're in the championship game already. I like it. Maybe we win. Maybe we go on to become a dynasty. We'll see. Going against Jameis Winston in this one, a real hit-or-miss quarterback. 7-3. Jacksonville's giving it to us. 14-3, 14-6. Still 14-6. We get the touchdown. No 2-point attempt. I don't mind it. Down by 8. Down by 5. What a scoreline. They're going to get 8. Ooh, this is bad. We get a field goal. That's not going to really help you. It appears we're driving. What happened? You cannot. I don't know what the wind is like. You cannot punt it there. It worked out, but, I still don't think you can, right? Did we throw? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Down by 6 with 4 minutes left. The Jaguars are selling, but they do get it done finally on that last drive, and we lose the game 28-22. Let's be honest. A lot of you guys were thinking, okay, he's already won. The game's over, and I'm thinking that too. This has got to be the strangest match I've ever seen. I have never seen a quarterback throw for over 400 yards with 0 touchdowns. But more importantly, if they're going to have low touchdowns, they're going to throw a pick or two. No picks. That is 100% the strangest stat line I've ever seen, without a doubt. That's just so strange. Of course, we had 1 rushing touchdown. We just didn't finish drives. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, or at least that's what it looks like it comes down to. I'm not really sure what else to attribute it to. Of course, they had a better defensive showing as well, it appears. Jeromepkr, field goals. I mean, I guess we finished. We just didn't finish enough with touchdowns. Another breakout quarter. What is happening? How many times is this man going to get a freaking breakout? Oh, my. The winner of the Super Bowl is the Jaguars. You can already see that our overall did actually drop because, you know, we had some old. That's really all I can say. As far as DevOps, we did see Josh goes to Superstar. So, yeah, forget anything I said earlier. It seems, wait, what is this? More powerful stiff. That seems interesting. I didn't even know that existed. Can you get that on a running back? That's pretty sick, actually. What is his ability? Like, he's decent juking, but he's like trucking all that doesn't make any sense. So, I guess if there's anything for like sure-handedness, maybe? Is there? I don't think there's anything like that. Route tech, I guess, even though his route running's not that great. I don't know. Defensively, though, we see a dev up for Speaks and McGrone. Those are very big dev ups. Braylon Speaks, he's been on a tear. It would have been nice to see like a cornerback dev up, but unfortunately we don't. So obviously Hitchens is a guy we have to replace. Damon Harrison, he's an 83 overall. We could give him another contract. Hitchens, I mean, that's probably good enough to release on, 4 mil saved. Sheard is not what we were trying to look at. Damon Harrison, he was not bad. 83 block shed, 80 power. That's not terrible. We'll see. I don't know. That's the thing. There's no top 100 players anymore, so I don't really know if there's going to be better than this. Like, I'll offer him the money, whatever. And, of course, the Damon Harrison way is to decline the contract. And then Kalichi Semele declines. I'm not giving you the tag, buddy. Sherman resigns. I'm allowing it just because we had a really good rushing season, so why not? And I suppose we're going to let everyone else go. There should be some okay names still here, right? Like, maybe not any in the 90s, or very rare chance that there's any in the 90s, but we got a lot of money. We got a lot of Evan Ingram. Of course, Evan Ingram's in there. Jonathan Allen would be a hell of a name to go for. Let's do it. But pretty much like we said, there's not going to be any other names. Trey Turner, interesting. David Njoku. Of course, all these tight ends are here. Like, of course they are, because that's what we need to see right now. Carlton Davis, not a bad name, but he's only normal development trait. I don't think we really need a normal development trait corner at this point, so I think we're going to pass on that. I mean, there's not really much we can do. Like, Evan Ingram would be like, for one, I don't know why he's such a high overall. That's crazy to me that he's so high of an overall and that his catching is higher than like a 75. But he's still so good. He's so tempting to grab anyways. Like, Brevin Jordan's not bad. How good of a season did Jordan have? Oof. Woo! How good of a season did Jordan have? Jesus. Yeah, Brevin Jordan had a pretty good season. We'll keep him. Well, I mean, we're going to keep him, but, we were looking to potentially replace him. Don't get me wrong, Evan Ingram's great, but I like Brevin. Brevin did well. And Wosu, no shot! Don't get me wrong, he's a sim god, but what the hell is this? Okay, he is pretty good, but what the hell? The Cowboys like, yeah, pretty good idea, right? 7-year, $153 million for low overall player. We're also going to offer for the undisputed GOAT. Who the hell? Oh, yeah, we had Cordy Glenn at left tackle last season. I do not feel comfortable giving Colton Miller a $3 or $40 million deal. Ooh, who's this? This guy is expensive is who he is. Star development trade is great. But look at these prices. I gave that Bowers guy a 4-year, $8 million deal. If he wants it, he can have it. If he doesn't, tough luck. I mean, he's not that good. He's just got star development trade. We get Turner. We do get Bowers, surprisingly. And then we get Allen. So those are some pretty big names. Specifically, Jonathan Allen. That was the biggest of the names. And we do get Turner. I guess Turner is one of the bigger names, too. We'll put him at left guard. So our O-line technically gets a little better, right? We have more potential, specifically at that left tackle spot. And then DT, we obviously, we get a guy that's just as good as Damon, but actually has a little bit more room to work with for developing. Yeah, he's just as good, if not better. He's a very talented player, obviously. As far as what to draft, I mean, I suppose linebacker would be one of the top, if not the number one need. Tackle would still be up there because Bowers is a very low overall. You can see, it's a fair offer, right? I feel like in a user franchise, you'd see a lot of people over, bid on him, and you just wouldn't see the results. You just wouldn't. Of course, we have pick 30, but we do have, a player or a pick in each of the spots. Did we... Wait a minute. We don't have a 4th round pick, but did we trade for our own 3rd round? All right, pick 30, there are some decent players, but we do have some... actually, I should have waited to see the middle linebacker. They should just allow you to go to the pick you want to. This is a Heisman-winning running back. Doesn't really matter, though. Don't really need a running back, so I'm not really sure why I care. But these are some of the players that we had on our list, which is why I wasn't too worried about going all the way down to here. As you can see, there's some pretty decent players. Tar had a decent season. Safety's not that hard to get, and we have Thornhill. I will say, though, this guy looks absolutely insane. He's a very tough player to pass on. We do have Marion Russell here, who looks like he could probably play tackle. He's an early first talent. And then we have this center. Once again, though, it's really like how lucky can you get? Because, I mean, a lot of these players, I don't remember the last time we've drafted a truly bad offensive lineman. They just have normal dev. That's the problem. This guy looks pretty solid. This guy looks a little better. I'm going to risk it. Marion Russell. And we land ourselves a god. Oh, he is a beast. That is our new tackle. I mean, we kind of need 2 tackles, but it be what it be. I suppose let's move down and just wait for someone to go. I mean, I kind of want that safety, though. I mean, is there anything we can do? Matt Hughes, guy they were talking about, he's like, I can see why the guy has moved up. Weston. I mean, if Weston's gone, it doesn't really matter. Right? Oh, it does matter because he's a god. I thought he would be a god, but I wasn't 100% sure. What about Guerrero, late 3rd? We probably could wait. I mean, I guess we'll take the center as well. I mean, 1 out of 2 hit-ins is perfectly fine. Jackie Priestley. The thing is, if I'm already expecting him to be normal, is there really a reason to go for him? I mean, I guess we don't really have anything else, right? I mean, if Noble was there, maybe I would have thought about it. Let me look. Do we even need a lineman at this point? So let's take a look. Offensive line. We have... Oh, we don't really need a lineman because Niang's only a 74. Bowers, I'll be honest with you. We gave him a decent deal, but he is kind of trash. So I suppose you can make the argument to place... So you could make the argument that we need 2 linemen, but I will be honest. Well, we could just move Kelly to right tackle, and then if Guerrero's decent... Maybe put him at center because he is going to be younger than Niang. I mean, at this point, it's either trade down or take Guerrero. I mean, there's really no other option because everyone else kind of trash. I mean, that combine's too good to skip. I'm going to grab him. And I mean, he's definitely locked in at center. So does Kelly move to tackle? Hold up, this guy. Well, I mean, he's okay to play guard. He's a little smaller than I'd like, but he does have the speed of a guard. I mean, does speed matter too much for a center? I don't really. I'm trying to think. I mean, not really, right? Like Calvin McBride. That's a really good draft. I mean, even if they're both star, that's really hard to do. I am all about it. Yeah, I suppose we're gonna trade. Actually, we could trade this down to like the 4th and grab the guy. All we get is a 6th round pick to move down to 9. I don't know if that's fair value or not, but, I mean, I did it. We're going to move down to 112, gain a 7th round pick next year, and then we'll see what our options are. He's still there, Mr. Kramer. Jalen Kramer, we'll take him. Whatever. 67 overall, normal. I mean, I suppose he's a plug-and-play starter at this point. We had a DT we probably should have made a play on. He was very strong. He's gone. We'll take the safety. Looks like a potential corner hybrid type. And he is better in man, but, he's probably not going to play. He's probably not going to play corner. And then we have a fullback, which, I mean, I guess a late 6th fullback isn't that high. As long as you're not taking him like high 6th or late 5th, unless they're like an absolute god. Yeah, I think it's pretty... Well, never mind, he's gone. We need a fullback. John Smith, undrafted projection. Oh, well, I guess we're going to take him anyways. Hey, 75 overall. All right. And now who's sad? Not me. Yeah, we'll take this guy, even though he's undrafted. He's kind of fast. We'll take him. Marcus Ware. I feel like it's probably smart to take a wide receiver in pretty much every draft class, even if it's like the 6th or 7th round. Hear that, Green Bay? You hear that one? How do you not draft a singular one? Your whole motto is developing. You can't develop what you don't have. Okay, I'm done. Start development trade. Little surprised. I thought Russell was like a can't miss god type player at that point. He was just going to be an absolute legend. Of course, Guerrero's going to start at center most likely. That's kind of tough. Like, you can't play tackle, but like that's like how much of an impact can you really make at center? We'll see if he can play guard. Maybe Trey goes to center and then Kelly at tackle. I don't know, dude. This is a disaster. Second round, we got the safety and the corner that we sold on. So Mr. Weston, not mad we passed on him, but this will probably be one we'll be mad at. Normal development trade. Very, very good. Super fast. I think it's actually really good, but yeah, it's okay. What about the running back? Nobles was his name? Kind of like a Clyde Edwards-Helaire type, right? Like Clyde Edwards-Helaire clone. And should be like Superstar or X Factor. Star! Oh, that would be so disappointing. Because like he's not bad and he looks kind of fun, but that's pretty bad though. That's pretty bad actually. Like star means nothing for a running back. You could get any player you ever want to star. It takes nothing. All right, I suppose Guerrero goes up 2 to left guard, and then Try only goes down 2 to center. So I mean, it's something. All right, we're already technically on to year 3, and it's kind of crazy how fast Zach Wilson's developing here. The XP needed isn't very high, and I only have the sliders on 145. Maybe that's just too high, I guess. But you can see here that Josh, he was like a 70 overall. He went to 81, which, you know, the jump from 70 to 81 is nowhere near as hard as 75 to 88. So, you know, I don't know. Some of the sliders might need to be tweaked. I'm not sure. But team looks pretty good. Offensive line looking better than ever. You know, really no one to replace. I mean, they're not like the youngest in the world, but 29 years old for offensive linemen will last you 4 to 5, maybe 6 years. So really, maybe look to replace the right guard. I mean, unless something better comes along for overall, it's really just right guard or nothing, honestly. Tight end, Jordan had a pretty good year 1. Didn't go up too high in overall, but pretty good year 1, so it's fine. Left outside linebacker, still looking at that. DTs are fine. Left end will need a new one. Strong safety will need a new one. And then corner, the entire position might need to be replaced. All right, let's knock out one of these contracts right away, Mr. McCall. Okay, I guess it doesn't really matter because he's getting $20 million per year anyways. McCall Hardman's been killing it. I'm only going to give him a 5-year deal, though, because what does it really matter when he's already getting 20? The most he could get other than 20 is like, what, 25? So might as well just give him the 5-year and see what happens from there. Juan Thornhill, that's a little pricey, but, I mean, we're not going to keep any of the other guys at safety, and a Tart's going to be gone. Jabal Sheard played pretty well. We'll see, but I don't even know if he'll even be here after the season's over. Fenton will replace Kalen Saunders. Don't really need him. Yeah, I mean, a pretty light year, I suppose, for players. Quantity, I guess, but quality. Yeah, Hardman, he got a little bit of money. Hey, Charvarius finally getting that dev trait, 10k XP as well. Which one of it? Throwback. It was not even that long ago, I don't think. But, well, I definitely don't think it's that long ago. But one of you guys is like, Charvarius Ward could easily keep up with Ruggs in Madden. He's only a couple overalls slower. It's like, I don't think so. And we are headed to the wild card round, and pretty much in the exact same position as before, 11-5. A heck of a week this week, Coach. If you check this, I think they need to. I get it, right? I like that there's, they're added, they added stuff like that where it's like, oh well, the GM's gonna talk to you this and this, but like, I'm pretty sure teams know what the situation is going in, right? And Zach Wilson should be an X factor. He had the #1 touchdowns leaderboard. Nice. Rushing was good too. His playbook's actually not that bad. Hardman should be an X factor, although the rest of the guys looking a little rough. I won't lie about that one. Offensive line actually crushed it really nicely. I like that. Thornhill could go to superstar. Tart, I mean, doesn't really matter, but could go to superstar. Sheard has been killing it, dude. Breland, though, Speaks did not do super well. Corners, picks or whatever. Harrison Bucker, that's a really bad season. Might even costing us a game or two. McCole Hardman, man. #1 wide receiver, #1 kick return, punt returner. Seems not like the greatest decision in the world, but, there's that. Sterling Aldridge. What a name. Looking at the awards, nothing really coming out of him. Best quarterback, best wide receiver, and that's pretty much definitely not getting best kicker. All right, in the playoffs, 86 overall. Once again, the highest overall team, I would assume, in the league. Like, every playoff team in the first couple of years is usually higher than us in pretty much every rebuild we do. But since we're the highest in this kind of special rebuild, one would assume we're the highest overall, right? If no team has been higher than us so far, then it would make sense that that's the case. 7-0, Miami's having themselves quite the start. 7-10, still 7-10, 10-10. Okay. I mean, we're holding them, but we're not doing so well on our. Oh, there we go. Okay, maybe we are doing all right on offense. We're just kind of slow burning a little bit. Miami's kind of climbing back into it a little bit. Not even a little bit. They're fully back. The peak has been reached. And a field goal of 54 yards has been made. 2 minutes left. Just hold them to a field goal. That's all you got to do. And they do take it to overtime. Okay, fair enough. Defense. Oh, did they miss? I mean, if you don't win this game, you are pathetic. And we don't even take the field goal. We want it all. We score the touchdown. Zach Wilson, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception to a Tagovailoa. 1 touchdown, just under 400 yards. Todd Gurley, not bad at all. Brevin Jordan kind of showed up. Hardman, still pretty good. Todd Gurley, receiving God in the postseason. I don't know how. Jonathan Allen with 4 sacks, 2.5 for Sheard. Insane. Harrison Butker did not miss, where Matt Gay obviously missed that pretty big one, I suppose. I mean, we were at midfield. The momentum was, the defense has got to be thinking, okay, they kind of just sold us down the river. But, yeah, I suppose I'll take it, right? Him missing that basically handed us overtime. Buffalo sold. Oh, they're only 81 overall. They have no shot in the world. All right, going to the end of the game. I mean, this should be a team we can beat. I didn't say we will. I just said could and should. So, relax. No need to get all crazy on us, Buffalo. Losers. They can't beat us. It's too easy. Oh, damn, it really is. 37-17. Hopefully we play the Jets again. That's the AFC East is, I like it. I like playing them. Wow, okay, 55 points. I didn't think we were doing that well. Buffalo just not having a good time in the playoffs. What's new? Yikes. Rushing was pretty bad for both teams. Gurley was okay, though. Josh, that's all you're getting from me. It's just gonna be Josh. You know what? Just because you're still here watching, I'll attempt it. Oh my God, I'm not gonna attempt that, am I? Amateur baby. I don't know, dude. Sack totals are pretty. I actually don't know how to say that name. What a disaster. That's impossible. That's literally everyone's face. Derrick Henry's face there was literally everyone's face after trying to figure out what I was attempting there, because that was just not. Yeah, and you cue the person in chat that the Browns, that sucks. They won the first Super Bowl. Cue the person in chat that's gonna correct me. Be like, it's clearly the way it's said. Here it is. Winner goes to the Super Bowl. Browns have a great drive, but they only get 3. That's good defense. It's okay defense, I suppose. 7-3. This is not looking good. We put up a lot of points up against the Bills, and here we are just struggling. We're still holding a lead, but for how long? Oh, no. This is so nerve-wracking. No. Please. Kansas City, score. Oh, we failed the 2-point. Defense holds them. Oh, is that a first down? Oh, it is. Come on, Zach. Come on, offense. They can do it. Oh! Did they do it? They win! And clearly the most exciting championship game of all time. 15-16. That has never happened, right? There's got to be some pretty ugly performances in here. It wasn't a great performance. 50% passing. It's a defensive performance. If you like defense, you're going to love the Rams versus Peyton. Nah, dude, that was a slop fest. Stop. Here it is. It could all come to an end. Facing these San Francisco 49ers, as you would always love to see the rematch. 89 overall for us, 85 for them. This feels like a weird rebuild. It's taken me a decent bit of time to record, but mainly because EA servers decided to crap up. A good 20 minutes or so wasted. But let's see it. Let's see what happens. I suppose if we win it here, we'll probably play another 2 seasons anyways, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. Of course, 3-0. 6th and... Okay, I guess we're not going to win it here. Instead of a dynasty, we're going to hopefully at least just come up on top next season. 7-6. Defense is doing really well. Offense just needs to put up some points. 10-13-9, 20-9. Things are happening fast. This is not looking good. Okay, slow down. They got a touchdown at 2-point. That's not good. Oh, no. They score a touchdown here. It's over. All right. 6 points. Can they win again by 1? They gave him way too much time. They gave him too much time. I want to see it. I want to see it. Oh, we have the ball. We win. It's over. The Chiefs win. No shot. It's done. Nice. So was this year 3? Because, I mean, year 1 doesn't count, but it is a full sim. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but... Okay, I thought they were gonna pull that off, obviously. I'll show you guys after this that we didn't force any wins or restart or anything like that, but... Okay, we got a shot at a dynasty here. Not bad. I like to see it. So, once again, I should know this by now, but there is kind of like an unwritten rule about what a dynasty truly is. Like, for me, I think it should be... I guess it should be 2 out of 5 years, right? 2 within 5 years. So, like, if you win one here, you only have another 4 years to win another one. Or, you know, previous years, whatever it may be. But I thought it was like 2 within a decade. I'm not really sure, but it be what it be. We're going to try to win one. Can we even just win one back-to-back? If we win one back-to-back, that obviously becomes a dynasty anyways, but it'd be kind of clutch to win one back-to-back. I mean, McCole Hardman was a huge part of this because he just took off running. Todd Gurley worked out, which, I mean, I expected, but I didn't expect him to be as good as he has been. McGrone has been a lot better than I expected. Apparently the corners are solid. This is a really good team. This is a really good team so far. And, of course, the lineman draft, obviously they're only going to get better. Jimmy Garoppolo. I think the big thing is, though, is if you didn't draft a rookie quarterback, you're kind of screwed, right? Like, because you're stuck with Jimmy Garoppolo, you're stuck with this, you're stuck with that. You know, you're stuck with these quarterbacks that just don't have high potential, and they're not great in sim, like outside of maybe Cam Newton, who may have already retired by now, because, of course, he starts as like a 76 overall or something really low. But, yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting concept. If there's any other, like, rosters you guys know of that would be kind of interesting for this, let me know in the comment section below. We'll definitely try that out. Let's take a look at any dev-ups. So, surprisingly, Wilson didn't actually go to X Factor, but, of course, McCole Hardman did. You can see right there, Superstar X Factor, yak him up, makes sense. Short out elite, I'm not going to argue any of those. This makes sense to me. Defensively, Willie Gay goes up to Superstar. And, speaking of what is Willie something, it's pretty Willie that Tart was the one that goes to Superstar instead of the other guy. Funny joke, man. It's 2021. It appears that Ward was already star. He's 83 overall. It's not terrible, but yeah, Thornhill's still a pretty good overall. Yeah, I mean, I still think Tart is probably going to be let go. Superstar is great, but it's not really going to do a whole lot for me here. Let's go to re-signings, see what is up, as the kids say. Tart can't be that great of an overall, even with Superstar. He's a 79 overall. Sheared, I don't understand how he's playing so well. I'm still just going to keep him. If he wants to stay for a 1 year 7, I'm willing. Really? You think that? I mean, actually, he's not wrong. To be fair, he actually isn't wrong in this case. He probably is. And we have a better fullback technically than this. But Anthony Sherman, he's just straight magic, baby. He's straight magic. I want him to know that in real life. He's just straight magic. Okay, he sucks. So even though we just won a Super Bowl, the team's kind of like, yeah, you know what's better for me in the long run? Not winning another Super Bowl. So I suppose receiver's perfectly fine. O-line, like we said, maybe replace right guard. He's only a 77 overall now, but everything else is fine. Linebacker. Oh, Kramer went up, actually. He's 24 already, but, I mean, it's something, right? It's something. It's not bad. We could look for a corner. We definitely need a pass rusher. Safety, Cisco has kind of been sitting there learning a bit, but I kind of want like an immediate starting talent. DK Metcalf is only a star here, but he's still obviously really good. Montez Sweat. On paper, that's not terrible, but do I really want to spend money on him? Yeah, I'll spend money on him. And then, you know what? We are paying DeCastro. Screw this. Give him 16, 17 mil. Because we can win back-to-back if we have a good enough team. So I feel like it's time to get greedy. But then again, a lot of the money is going to go right down the drain. I don't know why. I'm like, I don't think I plan on having children, but like maybe I should, because I would probably be the greatest dad ever just by default. Like, and even though Tart doesn't have an offer, we could probably get him for cheaper. I just don't think we should. I really don't. Offered a 3-year 11 for Jonathan Abram, and I mean, there's really not much more we can do. You know, we expected this. Obviously, the talent's going to be a little bit lower. Trevor Williams is a superstar. Talent's going to be a little bit lower because obviously, you know, the top 100 players gown. But, oh, Sneed's a free agent again. Come back to us. How? We gave him like 18 mil. That's kind of a sell. How much will it matter? We don't know. But Montez Sweat accepts. Abram, the new strong safety, accepts. And I accept my resignation from the league. 14 mil to the Buccaneers. Even though we've ruined him, I suppose it's time to trade him off. Maybe get like a 3rd round or something. I mean, that's not bad, right? I don't know what that value even comes out to, but we give him 96 in Hilaire, and they give us 61, the Bears. They don't have Tariq Cohen anymore, so kind of makes sense. Oh, crap. Did I forget? I definitely forgot to. Oh, I can still see it. This is what the postseason looked like, obviously. We get Sneed back. We are probably looking to draft, I wouldn't say a corner, because I don't know if there actually is one there for us, but there is a safety that's a hybrid that might be worth taking. And, I mean, we got some names. We got some names. So let's start the draft. We're going to have pick 32. Obviously, that's kind of how it works, winning the Super Bowl. Even though it's been so long, I feel like I barely have done that recently. DT's not the biggest need. However, that guy looks pretty decent. He's an early first talent grade. And more importantly, even though Derek Nottie does have a decent contract with us, he is only an 83 overall. So, yeah, we'd be selling. We can't, though. So to say, we'd be selling hard on that cap, but there really isn't much more to it. We would be straight up selling on that cap. Let's go to 20. If the DT's there, I guess I'll make a trade up, but I don't want to go too high for a guy that, even if he did start in a way where we're losing no matter what, right? Drafted position that isn't technically of need, and then starting him over a guy that is being paid massive amounts of money. Alex Palmer, the Heisman winning quarterback, goes 12th to the Cardinals. And then their division rival takes a quarterback that appears to be lesser right behind. That is what we like to call a fat L. And of course, the DT is still there, as you would expect. Nick Ivory. Ooh, actually, we should be trading up now for the safety. I'm selling. Okay, no more selling. We're going to Washington. Can we actually move up? I gotta first see what our draft looks like. Like, I want the DT, but we really don't need him. The center, Armstead. We could go for the center, actually. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to try to move up to 23 using 32. You know what I mean? Oh, I was about to say we were going to make a different trade, but apparently they're not willing to take it. It seems close, though, right? So, might as well keep trying. I really don't want to give up a 3rd. What about a 4th this year? Damn, I thought we could pull this off. A 1st in Yang, and we get a 4th back, maybe? Damn, they're not going to take it. I guess Niang and a 32 for 23. I guess that's pretty fair. Like, we probably would have owed them at least a 3rd round. That kind of makes sense, actually. I mean, we were accidentally going for too much. Nick Ivory, I mean, can you really ask for much better than that? He's a hybrid type, so he could likely can play corner. He's 6'1", 221. I just think the inner Packer in me just keeps coming out and putting these guys at corner, but maybe not. We get a hit in. Very, very fast. Good hit power. Great man in zone. He's really solid, actually. Looks really good. The other DT is still there, Michael Vasher, who also looks really good, in fairness. He might even be better than the other guy, to be honest. I'd be willing to go to like 10 in the 2nd round if Vasher's still there. How about that? The DT, I feel like, is pretty worth it to make that play. Although the center might be better. I don't know. It's not like a positive thing they said about him, but they were like, he's like not making any excuses. I kind of view that as, okay, maybe he's a straight up no BS kind of guy. Michael Vasher looks worth it, and I mean, that's not a bad pick, right? He's pretty good. It's not great for us, but I mean, he's not a bad player necessarily. We never got a right guard replacement, did we? Not that we really need one, but I'm willing to take the risk. Christian Armstead and Everett Mahoney. Patrick Mahoney. trying to get back in the league. We said no top 100 players anymore, buddy. You're out of here. Was he the only guy we actually got that was hidden? I think he was. That's kind of sucky. Very good, though. Very fast, very solid. Going to be our number 1 corner. See what that dev is. Number 27. We're going to have to find a different number for him. And, oof, only star. But still, it's pretty good. Let's take a look at the DT we missed. Was there any other players? DT was still there all the way at 25. Of course he was hidden. DTs are not easy to get. He is a very good-looking player, too. Solid speed, decent finesse, and all that. Development is only star, so it's not like, a crazy loss. All right, re-sign time. Ryan Kelly, I suppose. Tackle's not an easy position to get, so re-sign for a 2-year deal. He did re-sign. Sidney Jones, I mean, he's okay, but meh. Willie Gay, really fast, really good coverage. Totally worth the contract, I think. It's pretty fair money, right? I think a little bit more than that, it's probably too much, but I think that's all fair, and then pretty much everyone we're going to let go. All right, headed to the playoffs, and we're looking pretty good. Are we going to get the bye week, though? We do. 13-3, nice. We were 10-3, obviously, at the point I simmed it, and we won all those games in a row. Absolutely spectacular. Haven't changed the scheme and all, so if you're wondering, pretty much the base Chiefs is what we rocked. I don't think it's that great of a scheme for sim, but I mean, apparently the rushing attack looks okay. McCole Hardman, another pretty good season. The rest, kind of iffy. I'm not liking, the results pretty good, but the stats, they're really not that great for the Chiefs' offense and defense and all that, but it be what it be. Jonathan Allen crushing it. Sweat really not looking great. Breeland Speaks, ever since Jabal Sheard has been gone, he's been kind of rough. I don't know if he just misses his pal, but yeah, he's not really playing that well. He's still good. He's just not playing great. Aldridge, another MVP season for him. Okay, nice. Any award wins? Okay, dude. This is our backup running back. He's only playing by default. Todd Gurley wins best running back. The other guy wins best D-line, and then the other guy with the best kicker thing. Really insightful stuff there. Oh, come on. They're 8-8. Ooh, you kidding at this point? Who are you kidding? All right, Cam Newton, the glitch quarterback himself. If anyone could beat our team when they're almost 10 overalls less, it would be him and his Patriots, as they are doing just that. Of course, we're not going to go down quietly. Down 3, start of the second half, we tie the game up. Defense is doing okay. But once again, it is the Patriots with a pretty low overall roster. Okay, let's slow sim it a little bit. Up by 3, our ball. The penalties drove us all the way down, but apparently we can't move the ball anymore. Great kicking, but Patriots are in a really good spot to potentially take the lead here, and they will not. Usually in that situation, it's a done deal, but it's not. Defense for the Chiefs actually clutching up. They were kind of the reason why we won this, as the offense had a lot of opportunities. I mean, 52 attempts. Come on, man. Look at the amount of attempts. Both offenses had so many shots, and our defense was just a little bit better than theirs. Kicking was perfect. Harrison Butker having a hell of a year. 16 for 16, 3 for 3 in the postseason. It's great. And we're already into the championship game, of course, because of that bye week. Could go back-to-back, which, of course, I think is, probably the cutoff point if we win. Going up against the Bengals, 92 to their 86 now. Looking pretty good. They do have a higher overall than the Patriots, but they don't have Cam Newton, which is an automatic win for us in that sense. Joe Burrow, I never really see him do super well. He's, always pretty average. 7-0. Not a great start, but, I mean, we're leading, I suppose. There you go. Give up a touchdown before half sucks. Come on, Chiefs. Win this. Win it for the boys. Not bad. Only 3 points, though, and they're driving. They're up by 4. Offense is just going backwards. What is this? 4th and 24. Oh, man, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'm going to waste the timeout. Great. 4th and 24 with this offense. How? Who is their pass rusher they're doing so well with? Oh, come on, defense. Come on, defense. What's the sitch? All right. I'm coming in. I don't care. This team doesn't deserve to lose. No. Back. This looks like a really good setup, doesn't it? I mean, we got to get a block, but it looks pretty good to me. Is that McCole Hardman? Burning the defense. He's too fast. Who needs Tyreek Hill? You have Tyreek Hill 2.0. Really not 2.0, but he's like 0.9. It's pretty good. Hits the extra point, and just like that, tied the game up. Defense holds them. Offense gets down the field, I believe, right? Offense gets down the field. We win it all. I mean, we don't win it all, but we get to the Super Bowl against all odds. I really hope we're on all Madden. I didn't actually check. Zach Wilson did outperform Burrow. Deserves it. I suppose that huge touchdown to Hardman, but 3 touchdowns to Hardman having a day. Interesting sack totals for them. They kind of crushed it. Harrison Butker, I mean, they missed the field goal, not us. In theory, assuming that wasn't overtime miss, if that was a regular, regulation miss, that's on them. It's not our fault. Breland Speaks, look at how good he is. He's actually so good, yet he gets no pressure, apparently. And I got to say apparently, because we don't know, because there's no pressures in Madden still. Seattle in the Super Bowl. Let's take a look at our dev-ups. Did we have any? Of course, Zach Wilson would not get a dev-up in this situation. Todd Gurley, I do not think was X-Factor before, but man, is it a good sight to see this man back as an X-Factor. Remember when he was like the best running back in the game? Unbelievable stuff. No other dev-ups on offense. Defensively, don't think we had a single dev-up on defense, which is kind of unfortunate, but still an obviously insane team going up against the 83. Oh, come on, dude. We gotta beat these guys, right? All right, going to the end of the game. 7-0, 14-0. Not a bad start. 21. Oh, the Seahawks keeping it close. We're kind of crushing it, though. 28-13. It's a really interesting one because even though we're scoring so much, it just seems like they have a shot. Okay, it's over. No shot. It's over. 42-20. They can have all the touchdowns they want. It's completely over. And we have won back-to-back Super Bowls. Absolutely insane. Can't be stopped. For all you AIs that wanted to go to free agency, thought it was a better idea to test free agency, you can suck it. I hope you're sad at home right now. This is what you get. All right? This is what you get. You get to watch us win back-to-back Super Bowls and the cameraman having a built-in camera on his shoulder. That's what I love to see. Regardless, we've won it. Oh, Evan Ingram, a guy we almost actually decided to sign anyways. Brevin Jordan's played pretty well, so I can't really blame him. And, of course, the winner of the MVP award, Zach Wilson. I haven't really paid attention to how Justin Fields is done because it's not, like, easy to do. But Justin Fields was likely going to be the guy we were going to be stuck with because, Miami had 2 of the top 4 picks. Of course, they wouldn't have taken 2 quarterbacks unless they get greedy, which, I mean, I don't know what the guaranteed money is. I don't know how can you, like, trade off a player's rights before you sign them? Because that, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea if someone doesn't give you the value you want. I guess maybe get risky with it, draft them and trade them. I don't know. It seems like a risky play, but maybe, just maybe, it could work. Looking at these things, not bad. 5 touchdowns, 0 picks. All right. Pretty standard Chiefs stuff, just dominating. Ward 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 for Ivory. It's very strange though, because once again, regular season the numbers outside of like one of the years weren't that great, but in the postseason these playbooks go absolutely off. So I don't really know how or why that happens, but it just does. I'll show you guys. We didn't force any wins or anything like that. Just had ourselves a pretty damn good run of it. Anyways, though, that is pretty much going to be it. I don't think I would use these rosters again in the future. I'm not really sure what I would do with them. But if there is a rebuild challenge you would like to see, or just a straight-up rebuild, you're like, hey, I didn't see a Washington football team rebuild in ages or whatever, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, the NFL draft is coming up pretty damn soon, so maybe we would wait on those types of rebuilds. I'm not sure. Maybe we try a 15-year rebuild for a different team or something like that for before the draft. I'm not sure. But if you guys did enjoy this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Especially if I was going to ask for these likes and subs any other day or any other month, it would be now. This is the perfect time because this is when things are really slowing down for the Madden community. It would mean a ton to me. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. I haven't really tweeted much lately, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, but I actually tweeted mid-video. And then second channel, Pkr Plays, which is where, if we do MLB, that's probably where it's going to be. It may be like on the episode 2, whenever the hell I decide to post that, for Road to the Show whenever that comes out. Might be another double post where I post it on both channels. Again, just to see how it gauges interest. If it's way less, then I'll just put it on the second channel exclusively. And then twitch.tv/Jeromepkr, which is where we will be streaming more of that tonight. We'll start with Bulldogs, do MLB. Once again, the new COD season came out. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do God of War. I'm not sure. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. We're in the witch's cave. I would love to be in that witch's cave. She is looking nice. I mean, what? Like, I did not expect there to be this many men in her garden. I wouldn't have been so interested. Wi-Fi connection. Oh no, not Wi-Fi. I'm playing a single-player game. Touch my son! What do you think you are? Michael Jackson? Oh, sorry, child. I just touched you. Well, I'll be honest. Some people would use that head for very evil things, if you know what I mean. Oh, hell no! It's like mini Kratos's. It's like meth head Kratos.